All right, let's talk about photos for your listings. Probably the most important thing you can do for your listings is capture and take great photos. I'm going to go through 7 key components that you want to pay attention to when you are creating photos for your listing. So if you are unable to create photos as described that we talk about, I highly recommend getting help from a friend, or even going as far as hiring a photographer. There's nothing better that you can do for your business and for your listings to have the top of the line, the best photos that you can take. All right, number 1, you want to make sure your unit is clean. Interior, exterior, make sure it's clean. If the exterior is dirty, get it washed before you take pictures. Shine the tires, make it look sparkling clean, make it look as new as possible. Same thing for the interior. You want to make sure it's clean. There should be no garbage or personal items just setting out when you take your pictures. Nothing besides staging, which we'll talk about later. It might seem kind of silly when I say don't have garbage, but I've literally seen pictures that people have taken or posted of their listing that they're trying to rent out with maybe a garbage bag full of garbage, or just an empty cup sitting on the table. So think about what's in your picture before you take it. Let me show you an example here of a listing I found. It's not one of ours, just in the area. So when you first look at this picture, you think, okay, it looks like a fairly clean camper. But what I'm seeing, what my eyes are being drawn to, is this bag over here. What is that? I don't know. It's cluttered to me. This random dish or pan setting out. I don't know what this is down here folded up. But anyway, just kind of, you want to make sure it's not cluttered, and you just want to make sure it's clean. This camper looks fairly clean, but I would declutter it, and obviously we're gonna stage it a little bit better too. So you want to make sure your exterior and your interior is clean. You want to park your rig in a nice environment to capture a nice clutter-free exterior picture. Utilize the amazing outdoor spaces near you. So if you live in an area that has beautiful lakes, mountains, forests, take advantage of that. Okay, renters don't want to visualize their vacation in a driveway or a storage lot. Snap pictures with trees and lakes and mountains or a beautiful desert. If you look at this picture here below, just by looking at this picture, it makes me kind of want to rent this RV because I want to go there. It's beautiful. This is an excellent way to capture an exterior photo. Now, not everyone can capture photos like this. That's okay. But if you have the opportunity to do this, take advantage and do pictures just like this. Research shows that your camper has a 40% higher chance of being booked with a scenic background. Okay, you don't want to see a camper. Let me show you another example of this same camper. If you go back to their main picture, it's parked. You can tell it's kind of parked at someone's house. It looks like it's probably kind of in a driveway. It's got some random hoses just kind of hooked up there. The awning's rolled in. It doesn't look inviting. The time of year looks cold. It doesn't look like it's, spring or summer. So think about those things when you're taking your exterior picture. It even looks like a dark, gloomy day. It kind of makes me feel like this camper is gloomy in a sense because the exterior picture kind of looks gloomy. So think about that before taking your main picture for that matter. 3, lighting. Good lighting is incredibly important. It's not only good for your exterior pictures, but it's good for your interior pictures as well. For your exterior pictures, the best lighting is right before the sun fully rises and right before the sun fully sets. Okay, now if you can't do it during these times, it's always best to have the sun directly behind you. For interior photos, you want to make sure to turn on every light in the RV. I'm not kidding. Turn on every light inside the RV, okay? If you have a nice exterior, like outside the camper, you can keep some of the windows, open for more lighting coming in. But if you don't, like you might have parked car, or you might just have a parking lot or whatever, close all the blinds. If you don't have anything nice on the exterior, okay, close every single blind. So you can see in this picture here, this sample, you can see the blinds are closed, and they're closed. Now, every light is on. So what it's doing is it's darkening the light that comes in from the exterior, and it's allowing all the light from the inside of the camper to kind of brighten up the space. So even though this has a dark cabinetry in this camper, it feels bright and airy because the lights are on and it's clean, and it just feels extremely inviting. Let me go back to this example again. Look at this picture. There's no lights on. It looks dark, gloomy. The bed, it's just not inviting. Okay, the lighting is dark to me. Even going back to this main kitchen area here, if you notice the windows are open, the lighting coming in is not helping this picture. So even though it's creating light to come into the camper, it's not creating for a good picture. So you want to close those blinds, turn on every light inside the camper. You're going to get a much better lighting experience inside the camper. Or landscape or horizontal. This is the way you want to take your pictures, okay? Make sure to hold your camera or your phone. A lot of people take pictures with their phone. I did. I was able to take fantastic pictures with my phone, but you want to hold it in the horizontal or landscape position, just like right here. Okay, when you put it up and down in the portrait position, you're cutting off of what's going to show on the listing. Okay, you don't want to put it in a portrait position. Photos will look much better on your listing, and they will also help your your camper to appear larger. Number 5. So you want to make sure when you're taking these photos that you can edit them as well. Most smartphones have awesome editing capabilities. Okay, after taking a photo, use the editing feature to either brighten it up, add some contrast, or soften the edges. Just play around with it to make the photo pop, okay? But you want to be careful when you're playing around with the editing features. You don't want to make it look too unrealistic, like it looks like a fake photo. So if you look at this sample here below, you can see that, the lighting coming in, maybe it was a little dark, and the color of the flowers weren't really popping. But after playing around with the little editing feature and brightening it up, you can see that the color of the flowers look brighter. The sheets look whiter. Everything is a little bit more visible. The blanket, the detail in the blanket is a lot more noticeable. A very good contrast by just changing a little bit of the editing features on your device. Hallways and corners. Okay, what does this mean? You don't want to shoot directly into a wall. You don't want to be facing a flat wall and shoot directly into it. Try shooting into a corner or straight down a hallway instead. This will give your pictures more depth and make the space feel much more open. Try positioning yourself as far back in a corner and shooting towards the opposite corner. Okay, this is going to make the camper appear much larger, and really it's going to give the potential renter an idea of the space. Okay, if your camera or phone has a wide angle lens, this is a great time to use it. So here's a sample picture. You can tell that the picture that the photographer is back in a corner and they're shooting across, not directly into a wall. So it's kind of giving you a perspective of what this space looks like. Okay, I'm hanging out in the living area. I have my dining table here. The kitchen's over here. I have a nice seating area in front of me. It just gives a good perspective of what the space looks like, and it makes it look like it's got a good open area. All right, last but not least of the 7 key components is staging, okay? You really want to pay attention. This is obviously it's simply staging. Okay, simply staging a camper is honestly one of the best ways to set yourself apart from the competition. But here's the key. It has to be done in a clean and tasteful manner, Okay, you don't want to think, okay, I'm going to stage my camper and I'm going to put a bunch of things on a table and throw, here, let me show you the example. Maybe this person thought this was considered staging. Oh, I'm going to throw a bunch of pillows on there and a comforter. No, this right here is not staged very well. It's not inviting. It's a mixed match of patterns and colors. So you want to think clean. For example, position a nice plush towel, okay, on the edge of a bathroom counter. Try placing a nice throw blanket on the couch to give some texture or some color and some comfort. A tiny potted succulents or cacti would also work well on small RV shelves or on a small kitchen counter, RV kitchen counters. After all, think about this, RVing is often about nature. Make sure the main bed is made nice with white, fresh linens with just a pop of color. You want to make it feel inviting. So let's look at some of these examples down here below. The staging here is perfect. It's a little bit of pop of color, some plants to bring in some nature. It feels clean. It feels inviting. Scroll down here to the master bedroom. This is fantastic. The pillows look crisp. They're not like lumpy and just thrown on the bed. Light colors for the sheets and the main blanket, and then just this little throw is just a pop of color to make it just look just a cheerful, blissful type of picture. This one is the same way with the kids' bunk area. You got a fun little blanket here, comforters on the bunks to make it look like a camping theme, and it's beautiful colors and it's well organized, some nice storage boxes here, and it just looks inviting. It looks clean, and of course the lighting is perfect. You can tell the window shades are down and the lights are on, and it just is a nice, crisp, clear photo. Again, another staging. This is a pop-up camper. Pop-ups can look kind of plain and just look like tents, right? Well, here the bed, just one white blanket over the mattress with some throw pillows, and then a little plant here and just some staging of some coffee cups gives this pop-up camper, it makes it feel homey and crisp and clean. So staging is super important. You want the potential renter, to feel like they can picture themselves in your camper. So remember, take the time to capture great photos.